are here to do explain what Pure Light technology is and how it can benefit you physically and also financially. Titanium is a mineral that's found inside the dirt, and it has been discovered and used, collected, and actually refined for the purpose of eliminating bacteria, funguses, molds, and viruses, to just name a few, particulates from the air or from off of the surface of the earth or within inside of our homes, offices, or even space stations. In this case, it was due to NASA taking this same technology that's been around and discovered in a useful form since 1967. It is now being used worldwide, even in the International Space Station, to get rid of the mold that grows inside of that environment. So when we're talking about mold in your house, how is it that you can get this NASA technology inside of your home? Was due to a simple concept, if you will, of repeating nature inside of your home. Full spectrum lighting now available through LED lights with a certain luma will mimic the sun. So what they did is that they took the titanium and made it adhere to a light bulb. And after 45 minutes of having this light bulb on, it starts releasing a dioxide supermolecule. It will fill the area, if left on long enough, about 100 square feet. If there is anything in any cracks, crannies, even light switches, doorknobs, locks, around the corners, in and underneath the shelves, it's going to get in there as it floods the area. I want you to think of it kind of like an air that is going through, and it is seeking out in every little crack and cranny that will destroy any of the bacteria in the room, viruses, molds, or funguses. Well, why this is important is because now, with over 144 scientific studies, they are now using this in hospitals. They are using it in schools. They are using it in air purification systems, and they have been for quite a while. They use it in bathrooms, in showers, in refrigerators, in kitchens, in restaurants, in commercial buildings, on glass, on wood and fabric. I don't know that there's any place that they haven't found that this doesn't have a good application. Why? Because viruses are getting everywhere. If you're breathing, chances are that you are leaving your signature. If you're talking and ever want to know how much signature you're leaving, just take a look at your cell phone and look at all those little dots on there on your cell phone, and those are things that if you're talking on your phone, chances are you're leaving some of those particulates. Well, so are other people. And as we pick up these particulates, either on hard surfaces, wet surfaces, or even breathing it in the air, we're picking up their particulates. Now, there's something we can do to destroy these particulates in the body as well. So, with these breathing in pure oxygen, as you breathe in the titanium dioxide supermolecule, which isn't going to destroy your good bacteria, only the bad bacteria, the flu particulates, the virus particulates, the mold particulates, it's going to destroy them. Now, like I said earlier, I'm not here to make any claims that this is going to take care of your sickness. I'm saying that your body does that. What we're suggesting is that just like getting pure water, you're probably going to want to get these bulbs so that you can get pure air. We, here at the Pure Light Technology family had every intention of launching the company today. And during this pre-launch that we have been having, we have had a certain special, and those of you who know what it is, it was to get an extra 5% of anybody that you introduce this to that ends up on your second tier. You can have that now until the end of next month. They're extending this, and so there's been a lot of people saying, I've got so many more people that I want to bring in. Won't they extend it? Well, fortunately for you and me, all of us, we have this extra opportunity, not because, and they are nice guys, but it was because the programmers aren't finished with the new website yet, and they wanted to roll this out. And they figure that it will be March 30th when they roll that out. So we still have an opportunity to be able to share this with other people and get paid very handsomely for doing it. So we have right now something that the world needs. Fortunately, it's something that people not only need, even if they don't realize it, but now because people want it. And so why would people want this? Breathing in pure air? Maybe it's because they're tired of breathing in bad, smelly air. Sometimes we keep breathing just because we don't have any choice, but we do have a choice as to whether we're going to breathe in the smelly air. And if you've got any smelly air, or someone comes into your house and goes, what's that smell? It might be because we're used to it. Now there's something that we can do about it. So these lights retail for $25, but you as a Gold Club member can get them for $12 each. You buy them as a Gold Club member by purchasing 12 of them. So instead of paying $300 plus shipping, you're going to pay $144. 12 bulbs times $12 is $144 with shipping at $15.75. You're going to be paying $157. It's not. It's $7. At any rate, the total price turns out to be $156.75. So the neat thing about that is that there is no qualifications to receive a commission check other than becoming a gold member, purchasing the bulbs one time. And if there's anybody that you introduce this to that purchases, you're going to receive 10% on your first tier, 10% on your second tier, and what we call a Gold Club membership. Now, it also goes on tier 3 and 4, which is also 5%, that you need to unlock that. And you will in time. That's okay, because you know of approximately 300 people that breathe, and chances are they're tired of breathing in the air that comes from their litter box, from their cats and dogs, from the mold that's growing in the corner of their pantry or whatever. But every one of us on this call today have a great opportunity to have a product that most of the world has not participated in yet. So we need your help. And we're willing to put, as Roger says, our money where our mouth is, even if it means that we have to stretch a little bit of the company in order to get the word on out to the world. Now, he has a goal, and I share that goal. I think he's conservative. He says that we want to get on out to 1 million people this year, 1 million households having these lights. And he's willing to pay you and I to help him do that. He wants to have millions of people in the next 5 years. Now, here's why I think that that's very conservative. Do you remember the old cars that they took lead gasoline? Do you remember before what they had in our carburetors, catalytic converters? Okay? And then pretty soon it became mandatory, every car having a catalytic converter, and that was to bring down the air pollution. Well, now science, fortunately, has made it possible that we can bring down the air pollution in our homes. They are working on a titanium carburetor. If you just Google titanium, uses of titanium. It will astound you as to all the different titanium uses there are. Well, we could go on and on, but I've already taken up 10 minutes. What I would like to do is just leave you with this one thought. If you were in trouble financially or health-wise, and you found out that someone was enjoying this type of technology and didn't share it with you because they weren't sure how you were going to react, how would you react now knowing that they had it, that you didn't have to suffer with the cold, the flu, the virus, with molds, funguses, and bacteria, and didn't share it with you, and they went on to become wealthy? Okay, that would make you feel just a little like, wait a minute, I thought you were my friend. Now I want you to turn that feeling around, and you are the one that has the opportunity to share it with other people. They breathe. They're breathing in air from the outside and toxins within inside of their house. Literally thousands of different types of toxins. Now they're not yet, so we can still help them. But what we want to do is to increase the quality of their life. You hold the key. We need your help. We'll pay you for it. Okay, testimonial time. If anybody would like to hit star 6, it will go into the queue, and we would love to hear your story. Okay, we have Harry with us. Good evening, Harry. How are you?
I am doing great, David. I am doing great.
Would you please just give us your story of how you tested as to the efficacy of these light bulbs?
Well, the first thing was my wife put them in the room where I smoke. In my office, we have an exhaust fan, but the smell of the cigarette smoke still lingers there, even though we've washed the walls down with ammonia, which is supposed to take it away, but it doesn't totally take it away. And she put the bulbs in there, and 18 hours later, when she went back in, she noticed that the smell was gone. And I'm home off the boat, and a few weeks go by, and I have a young man who's producing a video for me for Pure Light, and when he walked in the front door where my office is, he come through the front door and into the kitchen, and I asked him when he got in the kitchen if he could smell cigarette smoke, and he looked at us and said, "You guys smoke?" And we said, "Yes, we do." He goes, "Well, I don't smoke, and I don't smell any cigarette smoke." So the bulbs was working as far as taking the smoke away. You know, as soon as the smell, as soon as you're smoking, yeah, the smell's going to be there, but very rapidly it goes away. And then when you come back into the room, it's not there. And with cigarette smoke, it seems like it never goes away. So it helped out there very much.
Wow. Folks, think about how many people are out there that would love to get these bulbs just for cigarette smoke alone or cigar smoke. How wonderful would that be? Well, we could go on about smelly shoes, washing machines, how it works for plants. We could go on and talk about what it does for seasonal depression. We could talk about even the savings that people are getting because it's only 8.7 watts, but it looks like a 75 watt. We could talk about all the wonderful products that are coming out and how people would be able to receive not only some money, but a lot of money. We'll have used the figure that if everybody got 20 in this simple third grade math, you could end up with $1.2 million. There's a lot of things that we could talk about, but the most important thing is to what you have to talk about. That's your story. And as you share these with your story or bring them to the calls and have them hear our stories, we believe that in some small way we can help undo some of the pollutant damage that our wonderful technology has allowed us to have.